What's going on, guys? How you doing today? My name is Nguyen, and I will be your athletic performance coach for today's Healthline.com Fitted In workout. Today is all about strong parenting, playful and strong parenting, all right? It's super important for our children to learn the love of moving. And the only way that can happen is if they actually see their parents doing it, right? Remember, actions aren't taught, they're caught. So if your kids see you working out, they see you moving, they're gonna do it as well. Today, I have a little 4-year-old home, and he absolutely loves our time together when we train. And our training with him is just playtime, right? But I can make it training, and that's what I wanna do for you today, okay? So let's start this fitted in 22-minute workout with just a little bit of breathing and activations. Always some of the best stuff. I challenge my little guy with some breathing drill. So right here, they're starting off with just a little bit of range of motion right on our back. I like choosing this. This is called a dead bug, and kids love it because they like imagining like a ladybug with their legs up in the air, and they can roll around. And look, watch me. I want to like roll to this side of the room, or I can roll to this side of the room, but I'm trying to move and activate my body to turn. Now, these little movements in the beginning are going to be very tight, maybe in the neck. Maybe you're not even moving, but it's okay. Rest, breathe. Don't do anything just other than feeling your body connect to the floor. Now your kids are going to be great at this, and you will improve. But oh my God, my abs are burning like crazy now. Whew. And rest. I don't even know how long that was, but I don't know, those abs are burning. That's step one. I like doing some hip movements and hip hugs. These are some of my favorites. Just look, just pulling your leg up straight. Straight to the sky. I tell my kids, stomp those spiders on the ceiling. Or give the spider a high five, depending on your style of parenting. We don't like spiders in our house. So high five to the spiders. There's a great hamstring stretch right here, all right? But no stretch stays if you don't breathe, okay? So if you're holding this and you're just holding your breath, it's not gonna get more flexible until you add that. Awesome. All right, let's go back to another dead bug. I think we could do one more dead bug, and let's really watch the transition here. I'm gonna try and I challenge, who can get to that side of the mat first, Cassian? And I tell myself, let's go! And we start racing. And so the idea is to maintain my uprightness, maintain good breathing as I wiggle my way over. And I can't wait for you guys to do this at home because, oh, it's so much fun. All right. So I was supposed to get all the way over there, but just trying to keep us in camera, but you get the idea. You could do a little bit of a wiggle race. Really listen to breathing. And I am thoroughly burned. Wow. My abs need a little bit of a stretch, so let's just do that. Let's roll it on over. Oh, this one's called a cobra stretch. Whew. I need that. Cobra. Kids love animals, and they get them. And this looks like a cobra, right? I guess so. And then a little child's pose. Or, oh, wow. Right? My son likes to duck down, you know? There's a bomb! Just playing with these little movements. All right, so I think I'm well activated. I don't know about you, but I'm warm, sweaty, I'm doing it. All right, so for these core exercises that we're about to do today, playful parenting, I want you to tap into that world of the either tin soldier or gorilla or the kicking crab. If you want your children to attach to this being an amazing space and fun, throw on some good music. Remember, they don't need you to critique their movement. They're watching me just like you're watching me, right? So let me be the guide. You just give them high fives and let them know how great they're doing, because that's what's gonna get them attached to moving every day with you, is when they know that they're safe, and that the only thing that's gonna happen when they enter space with you is they're gonna get a lot of love. Just like I'm giving you for being here. You're already a winner for being here. Way to go. So guys, Tin soldiers will be our first exercise, all right? Now, I have a towel here. It's gonna challenge my balance, so I'm gonna use this actually. You don't have to, but for those of you guys that like that extra balance, I know my son does. He likes that extra wobble and bounce and exercise, and that's what we use. We use this as a balance beam. Okay, so for the tin soldiers here, I'm gonna use this balance beam, and I just walk on it like I'm a tin soldier, all right? I put my opposite leg and my opposite arm up, and then here is where the core really gets challenged. It's this. I cross that midline. Come back to center. Step, make that next step. Opposite arm, opposite leg. I cross. Notice, I don't just cross and then come right back. That's no bueno. Everybody wants to do that. It's about crossing and holding and staying tall. Then getting to that next step. Up, cross. In the nose, out the mouth. Halfway there. I like to aim for about a minute for each movement. You know, the longer you give yourself to move, this isn't hit, all right? This isn't super fast, or this is about control. And be that tin soldier that can be that tall, like that proud soldier. Our last few here, notice I went forward and I went backwards. Play around with that, my kids. All right, those are tin soldiers. The next thing I have is called Barricade, okay? Now, the Barricade, it's great. We're gonna pretend that the ground is something that I gotta hold down, all right? Like something's trying to come up out of the ground. Like maybe like, imagine a trap door. So I'm gonna push that trap door down. And I always tell my guy, hold it down, buddy, hold it down. Hold it, get your whole body on top of it. And notice, I'm pushing, I'm engaging this core, all right? So this is called a barricade. And if you have a really little kid that doesn't understand that, just call this a little bear crawl. We're just bear crawling right here. See? And if you don't have this today, if you're not up on your knees, no worries. You could be here on the ground, wherever you need to be, where you can still breathe, all right, guys? Slow tempo in the very first round will help us do things right. If we do things really fast, we start holding our breath, and we don't start working the right muscles. So just one last little 5 seconds here. Either holding down that barricade or crawling like a little bear. And that'll be time. Woo! I'm cooked a little bit there. I'm gonna get a stretch. So I'm just gonna hold that position again, stick one leg out to the side, and it's gonna give me a nice stretch here. Oh. You can kick it out. Kick out like the tail, you know, like a spiked tail. Tell your kid, get that tail out there, reach for it, right? And you'll get that long stretch. Maybe you want to do, it's like, hey, be Spider-Man. There you go. There's a Spider-Man leg. You know, this is him on the wall, right? Everybody see that one? When he's doing the spider crawl. Kids love Spider-Man. My kid loves Spider-Man. All right. So I've got some great groin stretching there. We move over to a balance beam walk now. And all I'm gonna do, pretend like I'm on the edge of a building. All I do is just get off my heels, up. The floor is lava, son. Let's get to that side. Woo. And this challenges my balance. Whoa. You don't want to fall off, right? Because the lava burns, but just setting yourself on a towel is so enriching to your body because it's loose, right? Your body's trying to catch itself, but in this moment, my core is learning how to work with my toes, my nose is learning how to work with my booty. They're all working together, and the more you do it, the better you can do it, right? Maybe you can take some steps behind you, right? Maybe you can pretend like you're picking up some keys on the side, but you're just being very careful to be that bird on a wire. All right, calves are burning, feet are burning, so I'm gonna stretch them. The feet and the calves need stretching too. That could be as simple as just stepping back, just like that. That's a great calf stretch. Your kids will feel this. Calves are always tired of little kids because they're sprinting everywhere. So when you tell them like, hey, stretch those calves, what you're doing is really telling them, hey, you want to be really fast? Come here, kiddo. Make sure you stretch that fast muscle. They love speed, all right? They know speed kills. that athletic term. All right, after the balance beam, let's do a little bit of an animal movement. I like a gorilla, right? So when I do a gorilla, I'm in a low squat. I hang my arms down and I'm gonna reach over and move my legs. Watch how I just did that. Hand, hand, foot, foot. All right? I can slowly move like this. Maybe your version of gorilla is like this. It's okay. If your kid starts just to do this really fast, maybe that's okay too. That's great. But you take your time as best you can to do 2 hands and then 2 feet. Don't hold your breath here. Breathe well. 2 hands, 2 feet. 20 seconds. Sit down in that squat. Change your direction. 2 feet. Change your direction. 2 feet. Get that ready. Quick roll. Maybe you want to do a little beat chest. It's okay. Your kids will have fun with that. Oh, the hips are burning. So we're just going to stretch again. I like a little pigeon stretch. I wonder why they call this a pigeon. Kind of makes you think, huh? Maybe your kids will tell you why. Oh, they have the best imagination. So I'm just getting this hip stretch in between this exercise. You know, I don't know about you, but boy, some of my greatest memories are just some of the workouts I do with my son, and it's not even working out. It's just playtime, because he says the darndest things. I heard just the other day, he was saying, my scorpion tail's way better than yours. And it's just that sense of competition that's just like, wow, already he's being competitive. Loved it. Let's do a little bit of a fun thing with these yoga blocks. I don't know if you have yoga blocks. You don't have to use yoga blocks on this one, but my guy loves this drill. It's called a kick through or sit through. And part of doing this is really about, I just get to kick this block away, right? So notice when I do this, I just get into my bear position again. I put my left foot down here, and then I'm just gonna push that yoga block away. And then reset myself. I go to grab it. Foot, notice how my knee goes out. I can put a glass of water right there, and then I push my hands down. You can use both hands if you need to, and I just push that yoga block away. Now, you maybe don't have the strength and mobility, that's fine. You can slide your knee, you can keep it close, and you can just slide your knee over. You don't even have to ever take that up and off the ground and get that deep. You can literally just slide this over, and so can your kids. All right, but for a minute, I step, slide, or kick. All right? Step, slide, and kick. So you can play that game with your kids who can step and kick more. Let's do it to the other side. Who can push the yoga block furthest? Takes an opposite turn on the upper body. It's just such a great body challenge. Step is first. Glass of water. And I can either push it with my knee or I can push it with my foot. You never even have to take your body up. All right? Last couple ones here, guys. Last couple ones. Sit through. Why is this so good? Because it's a constant adjustment. It's constantly giving work to your lower body and upper body together, and that's such a change of direction for the body. It's enriching. I don't know about you, but I am exhausted after those sit-throughs, so I'm gonna get a sip of water. You go do the same, all right? Great job, guys. All right, so that was slow tempo, and that was a lot of explanation that first round. Let's just get right into the work, First one was 10 soldiers. You don't have to use a balance beam, I will. Here we go, up and over. Stay tall. Up and over. Stay tall. 10 soldiers, right? 10 soldiers aren't gummy soldiers. They're not bent all over the place. It's tall, proud, strong. You can go backwards. Remember, the floor is lava. Halfway here, all right? So don't just get there and get out of it. Get there, control it, and control it back. Ooh, did you see that? So I caught that? That's where the body's learning. It's okay to wobble. Just not good to fall off. It's okay to wobble like that and catch your balance. That's how we prevent hip injuries and falls. That's how you get your kids to not fall out there. Great job with those 10 soldiers. Whew, I'm just gonna do a nice hanging stretch. Whew. Remember, it's up to you to choose. You can choose whatever stretch you like in between these exercises. I go about a minute of on work and then stretch with your children. Remember, stretch like a bird. Stretch your neck like a giraffe. Pick a stretch, but just attach it to an animal. Great job. All right, we got barricades or bear crawls. I'm gonna use this again. Here I go. Just bear crawling across. My son does a lot of talking during our exercises. I like to throw questions right back at him. Why do we have to do a bear? Okay, which animal do you want to do? I want to do a lion. Okay, what do lions do? They pounce. Okay, so let's do that. Let's crawl and let's pounce. All right. You call the pounce, Cassie. You call it. Pounce! Pounce! So get that playful space. We have 20 seconds left for a minute. Slow it down if you need to breathe. All right, knees down. Remember, today is not about moving poorly. It's not about breathing poorly. It's about doing it with intention and teaching our children to do it with fun, right? All right, beautiful on those. Woo! Balance beam time, walk-in time. Now, if you get two balance beams together, it's an amazing game. Just imagine if I had this balance beam and my little kid had a balance beam, you could just throw a little thing, maybe a ball, a yoga block back and forth to each other. It makes it so much more fun when you're throwing things, all right? Just, don't tag each other. You don't need to sit there and being your kid, but have some fun out there, all right? A little toss back and forth. You can imagine it's way harder to step and then have to catch something, especially if the catch is off. It's so much fun. And boy, does it make your kids athletic. 20 seconds left. I'm gonna do some behind the leg step, just to change it up. Catch, toss. And like anything, right? Anything we do today is the win. Woo! Calves are burning. There's my standing calf. Remember these calf stretches back when we were kids? The crossing calf. Remember those? Great stretch still. One of my faves. All right. All right. Next, we're into, oh boy, our gorillas. Now, I can use yoga blocks. Maybe your hands didn't get all the way down to the ground last time, but it's okay to use yoga blocks. Look, yoga blocks and across. In fact, if your yoga blocks aren't straight, you end up falling. So yoga blocks are actually a great way to make sure you're doing these gorillas properly, right? 2 yoga blocks, I gotta come to the other side with integrity. 1, 2, strong, 1, 2. Postures up. I really wish there was a Georgia the Jungle Jump song playing right now. Right? Way to go, guys. Way to go. Whew. Okay, so the hips are burning. Did we ask the kids again why we call this pigeon? Did they figure it out for us? And why does it feel so good? Maybe pigeon means amazing in the language. Again, nothing like tapping into your inner child. Quick stretch right there, huh? I don't think that was 30 seconds. We're moving into it. All right, and now my final one, right? Which was those kick throughs. So if you still want to use the object, please use the object, kick it away. Or set yourself up so that you have 2 corners that you need to touch. And if you're kids and you know it enough, you can keep touching those blocks. Set, table, foot, touch. Table, foot, touch. My son says, it's a scorpion sting. Sting like a bee. Sting it. Sting. And if you can't go that far, remember, It's as easy as sliding a knee to where your hand used to be. Let's do this for 10 seconds left. All right, guys, great job with those kick throughs. You need a sip of water, take that right now. But in any of these exercise modes, remember, the movements are what you can get creative with, right? The point is, you pick a few and roll with it. All right, today we did 5 of them: tin soldiers, wall barricades or bear crawls. We did some balance beam walking. We did some animal kick throughs. And then as our finisher today, because my kid always likes a finisher, all right, we just like to dance. And today, what we do is you can call it mosh pit, you can call it ecstatic dancing, but we're just gonna boogie. And all I do is I mirror him. Sometimes I make him do the moves, or maybe I start doing the moves, but he's gotta copy me the best way he can. So you'll see me like, he saw me do this, the little guy, and he started doing this. He doesn't know what this means, but it's just about, I see, I go, you go. I go, you go. I can dance, I can move, I can kick, but if I'm the mirror and he's the mirror, then my reflection of this smile is absolutely gonna rub off on him. Because when I'm cheering him on and he sees me and he starts leading and he starts doing all these different moves, explaining, hey, be like a bird, and I start copying him, I promise you, that's empowerment 101. So guys, thank you so much for taking the time to play with me today, to learn about being stronger as a parent. And that means mind, body, soul-wise. Let's help our children connect to moving well and finding that thread of happiness by staying in that movement zone, right? It's part of our lives. It's part of who we are. We're meant to move. Thank you so much again for joining me on this 22-minute workout. If you like these workouts, you want more of these 22-minute blasts, please head over to healthline.com/fititin. There you're gonna find more of my workouts and my other fellow coaches and trainers who are amazing at just making sure you get a little bit of this greatness every day. Thanks so much for being here. We'll see you later. Bye.